So there have been many Superman movies throughout the years, but there's one movie that honestly has been forgotten. And I'm not talking about Superman Returns, although that is forgettable, nor am I talking about the infamous but campy Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. I really did have fun with this one, but it was this right here, Superman 3 with Richard Pryor and of course the legendary Christopher Reeve playing the iconic Superman. Now this is a film that doesn't get talked about as much because Supermans 1 and 2, they were just legendary movies. I absolutely love them, and to follow that up definitely had to be a huge challenge. And so Superman 3 and Superman 4 were just so different from the first two, and honestly they still have a special place in my heart. But Superman 3, this was a different one as well. So this one, the general story is there's this big multinational company called Websco Industry. It's run by CEO Ross along with his sister and his mistress. And then there is a programmer, Gus, a brilliant programmer played by Richard Pryor, who works for the company. And so basically Ross blackmails him to do his evil biddings. And of course, Ross wants to take over the world, but he has to get rid of Superman. So in this case, Superman is back in Smallville, reconnecting with his childhood friend Lana Lang. And if you watch the Smallville series, you'll be familiar with that character. And within this, they actually hatch up a plan. Ross and forcing Gus to hatch up a plan to actually destroy Superman by using kryptonite. So from the kryptonite, he gets infected with it, and then he becomes corrupted. He becomes an evil Superman, which is a really, really different take. And then from there, we see him do a lot of bad things. You know, he's straightening the Tower of Pisa. He's causing oil spills. He does a lot of bad things. And then whenever he comes to his senses, this is probably one of the best parts of this. And if you haven't seen it, well, this is spoilerish. But there's basically two Superman. The one that is evil and corrupt. And then there is the normal Superman. And man, that was an awesome, awesome battle. And then by the end, Gus is forced to help Ross once again to create a supercomputer being, an AI robot. And yeah, that was the final battle. Although for me, it wasn't as good as the battle with Superman and evil Superman. And overall, this movie was just a fun time. It was very, very different from Superman 1 and 2. And then it kind of started this whole campiness when it led to Superman 4, Quest for Peace. Obviously for me, I did not enjoy this as much as Superman 1 and 2. But once again, this one and Superman 4, they do have a special place in my collection, and I still enjoyed it. And Richard Pryor's performance, I really do love Richard Pryor. I just did not expect him to be in a Superman movie. And of course, Christopher Reeve, as always, he's just the best Superman for me. And this is a movie that I highly recommend that you check out if you haven't seen it. And it is one of those forgotten Superman films that you should definitely check out. So, if you actually had any thoughts on this or any other Superman films that you've enjoyed, be sure to leave it in the comments area below, and I'll see you on another episode.